Good afternoon, Panther Nation, and welcome to this special edition live streaming event of Lady Panther softball on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. I'm Joe Roberts, alongside me, Ross Norwood, in the trailer, producer Richard Ewing, and we are in Kyle, Texas at Lehman High School for the 4A Division I State Semifinal Series between the CC Calallen Lady Cats and your Liberty Lady Panthers. And what a ride it has been for the Lady Panthers so far. This is only going to be the second series that they played all playoffs long, and it's an old foe, a familiar foe, and one that has bedeviled the Lady Panthers the last two seasons. Calallen, the back-to-back state champions, right on the heels of the Lady Panthers being back-to-back state champions, and they are here in the semifinals to settle a score that goes very deeply. I want to thank everyone back at home in Liberty, as well as all of our friends around all parts of the country. My understanding that we have folks watching today from Virginia, Georgia, Florida, Louisiana, Colorado, and all points in Texas. Welcome to the Panther Sports Network. Both teams have been announced, and we should be getting the national anthem momentarily.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please stand and remove your hats as we honor this great nation with the playing of our national anthem.
That's the national anthem. That means that we are moments away from game one of the best of three state semifinal series, again between the CC Calallen Lady Cats and the Liberty Lady Panthers. Calallen, the home team today. Liberty, the home team on Friday, will return after a day break. It'll be a 7 p.m. game start on Friday, and depending on the outcome of today and Friday, a potential game 3 at noon on Saturday. A big treat for the Panther Sports Network. This is the first time ever that we're getting to carry any games beyond the region championships. And what a series it's going to be, Ross. Calallen and Liberty have so much history together. They have combined for the last 4A state championships, and it hasn't been close as far as the cream of the crop in 4A between these two teams.
These are the two 4A powerhouses in the last 5 or 6 years. Liberty, of course, winning it in 18. Another team, Huffman, winning it in 19 and 20. There was no, and then Liberty got there too in 21-22. And then jumped in by Calallen. These two teams are very evenly matched, and a lot of talent on the field between these two teams in this series.
All right, Ross, around the horn defensively for the Lady Cats of Calallen.
From left to right, it'll be Lil, Butcher, and Trevino. Around the infield, it's Vargas, Meter, Lopez, and Bailey. And catching Jordan Thibodeau is Alvarez. Leading it off for your Lady Panthers is Kylie Bishop, the left-handed shortstop. She's done some pitching this year. Liberty in their gold uniforms with black pinstripes. Their sleeves with a black stripe down and a black stripe with white outline down the pant leg. High blocks, black socks, and black helmets. Bishop stands in on the left side, squats her knees a little bit, and is ready for the first pitch. Thibodeau misses outside. And it's 1 ball, no strikes. Just underway in Kyle, Texas at Lehman High School, a school that opened in 2004. A facility they're playing in today that is just wrapping up construction of a baseball and softball field, the 1-0. That pitch misses, says the home plate umpire.
Head umpire not liking that outside stuff. Bishop staying away from that. Thibodeau, a familiar foe, Ross. She's the 3rd straight year in a row she started for Calallen.
Bishop looks out to Thibodeau. Thibodeau looks in and winds the arm. And this pitch catches the inside third of the plate, and it's 2 balls and a strike. A very windy evening here in Kyle as the flag in right center field blowing straight out. 2:05 down the line, 2:15 to the alleys, the 2-1. And a nice pitch by Thibodeau goes low at the knees, and it evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2:15 straightaway center chain link fence from the foul pole to center field at 8 feet. And then a big fence going up 16 feet in blue in straightaway center field and back to the chain link to the left field line. Here's the 2-2. That pitch misses outside. And Bishop works the full count, got ahead in the count, 2-0. Thibodeau came back with 2 really nice pitches to even it. And Bishop laying off a close pitch. Thibodeau looks over to her dugout. The Calallen in their white uniform tops. The state of Texas across the front, small and maroon with cats across. The 3-2. And a big rip, and that is a strikeout for Thibodeau. The first of the evening.
Yeah, it looks like a logo change for Calallen. It used to be the figure of a wildcat. I like the new logo design.
Yeah, cats in cursive. Maroon pants and tall white socks. Thibodeau wears a black face mask over her blonde hair. This will bring up Brianna Pantalion.
Vargas, if she stays right there, boy, she is in no man's land between the home plate and third. But Calallen has a history of their third baseman playing in close.
Thibodeau ready to bring the first one to Pantalion. Pantalion swings at one upstairs, and it's no balls and a strike. Lehman High School's colors are blue and white. Lehman along the third base line and Lobos along the first base line between home plate and the dugout. Thibodeau brings the 0-1. This ball is lightly popped over to the shortstop Meter, and she quickly gets it over. I did not see it take a hop. That was my mistake. There is 2 outs now in the top of the first inning.
Yeah, Breezy tried to chop that ball down, and it took a big bounce. Very, I guess, very elastic artificial turf here. 2 away for the Calallen defense.
And this will bring up Bailey Taylor. Taylor, big grand slam in the game last week against LCM, and she takes strike 1 on the inside third of the plate. Right-handed batter. The purple batting gloves with teal palms. The 0-1. And this one's fouled into the screen off the right side. And it's no balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs and nobody on in the top of the first inning. Liberty and Calallen State Semifinal. And no, you have not entered a bizarro world. We'll talk about that with the changes this year to the playoff format. Thibodeau checks her wristband, rocks back and fires the 0-2. Laying off the 0-2 is a little high is Taylor. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. In the top of the first inning. Thibodeau gets back to the rubber, looks in, swings her arm. The 1-2. And that one just misses. And it evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs and nobody on. Joe said, Vargas playing in. She drops back a little bit off the line at third, the 2-2, and that misses high and a full count. So 2 full counts in the inning for Thibodeau, and she's gotten to them in 2 different ways. Came from behind in the first one and fell behind after getting ahead in this at bat to Taylor. Bailey waves the bat out in front of her as Thibodeau goes to her wristband. Rocks back, winds the arm. Strike 3 is she. Oh no, I could have sworn I heard strike 3. It is ball 4 and a walk for Bailey Taylor.
Little premature strikeout, Ross Norwood. That's okay. It did look like that was going to hit the zone. I was thinking the exact same thing.
Well, and I heard the umpire wind up. No excuse, but that'll bring up Abby Key. Key at second base today. First pitch to Key. She's swinging and fouls it off the right side.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of a sharper angle on our outfield camera today because of that super high fence that we've got out there. Those low and inside or low and away strikes or balls are going to be a little more difficult to take a gander at.
0-1. That pitch misses. And it's 2 balls and a strike. No, it's 1 ball and a strike.
There
it was
you go.
0-1. See, that's how counting works, Joe. Maybe one day.
Boy,
I wouldn't hold your breath.
Runner at first is Bailey Taylor. She walked 2 away in the top of the first inning. A 1-1 count, and then 1-1 to Abby Key. Key fouls this one straight back. And a ball and 2 strikes in the top of the first. 2 outs. 1 on. Key with her pink batting gloves. Holds on to the white grip tape on her back. Looks out to Thibodeau. Thibodeau rocks back and brings it. High chopper over to third. And Vargas on to first to retire the side. And Liberty gets a walk. They lead 1. Half an inning played. No score.
welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Lady Panther softball on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. Joe Roberts, Ross Norwood, producer Richard Ewing. After a half inning of action, still tied up at 0. The Calallen defense able to get a strikeout and 2 groundouts. Bailey Taylor was able to get on, and she was left stranded after her walk. As we head into the bottom of the first inning, 1-2-3 for Calallen here in Kyle, Texas at Lehman High School.
For Calallen, it'll be Braylon Bailey, Kylie Butcher, and Brooklyn Meter. The top 3 due up for Calallen.
Number 19, Braylon Bailey.
Braylon stands in on the left side. Big grade down past the number in the middle of her back. Splits the 1 and 9 on her white uniform top. White helmet. Stands back in the left-handed batter's box. And the first pitch from Brooklyn Taylor gets away. And it is 1 ball and no strikes. That one a little high. Ran up the hill and out of the glove of Bourgeois.
Yeah, Bailey, one of the better hitters for the Lady Cats, bringing in a 500 average. And that's pretty darn good if you're a leadoff hitter.
The 1-0. This is fouled off into the screen and into Kat McAdams' GoPro.
I'm sure we'll have more to say about that. It seems like the GoPro falls off the fence.
Well, at least it's not like an Anahuac where we were playing catch.
Not the good kind of catch either.
No score. Bottom of the first inning. Bailey, the 1-1. And she rips at it. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. To the first baseman for Calallen. Steps out of the box and stretches the bat over her head. Gets back in. Left foot just off the back line. 1-2. Fouled again. So we'll do the 1-2 again, Joe.
Yeah,
And by we, I'm not doing anything.
well, that's true. I think a lot of people that listen to us would agree with that.
Taylor looks over at her dugout. White face mask. Gets back on the rubber glove in the ball. The 1-2. Swing and a miss and a strikeout for Taylor. And that was a pretty good trick she did before she threw it by putting the glove in the ball.
Well, she's done that an awful lot of times, Ross. Brooklyn Taylor is nearing 800 career strikeouts, and it doesn't seem like it, but man, she just seems to ring people up.
19 strikeouts and 14 strikeouts in her last 2 starts in the playoffs. And the first pitch to Butcher is high for a ball. Defensively for Liberty, it is Zurax in left, Fantalia in the center fielder, Abby Vickers in right. Set the infield here in a moment. The 1-0. Swing and a miss at a pitch upstairs. Around the infield for Liberty, it's Bailey Taylor at third. Kylie Bishop, the shortstop. Abby Key takes up second base. At first, Mia Minifield, and behind the plate, Marina Bourgeois catching Brooklyn Taylor. The 1-1. And that pitch is a strike. A little delay there. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Butcher with 1 away in the bottom of the first inning. No score in the state semifinal game. Here comes that 1-2. Staying alive by fouling high into the screen. Joe, I said a moment ago, down the line here in left and right, 205. And then the power alleys at 215 and 215 to straightaway center. But about a 16-foot wall. 1-2. Swing and a miss and a strikeout. So the first 2 batters Brooklyn Taylor has faced have gone down swinging.
Yeah, this is a good bit bigger of a field than they've been playing on. Most of the fields we've been have been 200 all the way around.
Brooklyn Meter, the shortstop, stands in, squares to bunt, has the bat pulled all the way up to her face mask, pulls it back now for the first pitch from Brooklyn Taylor. It's across for a strike. And she's down in the count. No balls and a strike with 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. The 0-1. And that one misses low. Evens the count at a ball and a strike with 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. No score in the state semifinal game. These 2 teams meeting for a 3rd consecutive year, 4th overall. The 1-1. And that is in for a strike. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. Nobody on for Calallen. The 1-2. Reaches out, pokes this one out into right field. It gets down in front of Vickers in right field. Vickers was playing deeper and a base hit with 2 outs. Almost a check swinger.
Well, sometimes those are the best things that you can do against a power pitcher like Brooklyn. Outfielders playing deep, just hit it right into no man's land over the, what are we saying, synthetic dirt? Artificial dirt? What are we calling that, Ross?
What did Mike Odom call it? He had something for us a couple of years ago. Here's the first pitch to Alvarez. Alvarez is swinging. This one flared over to right field at the line. Abby Vickers gets under it and makes the catch. A hit, 1 left, through 1 inning, no score in Kyle.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Lady Panther softball on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. After one inning of action, it is all tied up at 0. Brooklyn Taylor with 2 strikeouts and Abby Vickers with the F9. And that's how we stand moving into the top of the second. Welcome in any new folks that are checking out the Panther Sports Network. Want to give a thanks to our friends from Corpus Christi who may be joining us, and any of our friends and family back home in Liberty, as well as across the country. I said this before the game started. Folks that I know of that are tuning in from Virginia, Georgia, Louisiana, Florida, I know I'm going to say that twice, Colorado, and all across the great state of Texas. If I didn't mention you, get on that live stream and check in and tell us where you're watching the game from.
Joe, something I did not mention at the top of the broadcast, these 2 pitchers will be teammates at McNeese, not next year, but the year after, as Thibodeau is a junior.
Yeah, we've had the pleasure of watching Thibodeau for the last 3 years, and she started out kind of as a scrawny little freshman, and she is, you can tell that she's hit the weight room and she's done all the things that Coach Lentz has been asking her to do, and a nice little force in the circle for Calallen.
Abby Vickers, the right-handed batter and right fielder, stands in to lead it off in the top of the second inning. She has some pretty bright batting gloves, looks like a teal and pink, with pink accents and neon yellow accents. Alvarez goes out to communicate with Thibodeau. Now some wristbands being switched around between the infielders. Meter, the center field, the shortstop. Looked like she took on the responsibility to get them to the right places. Here's the first pitch to Vickers. Chop about belt high over to Vargas on the first for the out. Almost said Alvarez.
Yeah, we're so used
that would
to
have been
seeing.
right last year.
Yeah, she was a mainstay at third base for them, and quite frankly, she was a monster in that lineup.
I can remember in a couple of the state championship games, I can't remember the name of the street, but the street behind left field at the University of Texas. Here's the first pitch to Brooklyn Taylor. And it's in for a ball. Had a big pothole after a couple of her home runs in a couple of different years. Just monster shots. She graduated last year. Here comes the 1-0. Pitch is in. Nice pitch by Thibodeau as she brings it inside. Brooklyn Taylor, the senior.
Liberty met Calallen earlier this year in a tournament. Liberty victorious in that particular game, but that seems like a lifetime ago.
The 1-1. Turns on this one, but pulls it foul down the left side. It'll be a ball and 2 strikes.
AV team tonight, Brandon Kelly in the trailer with Mr. Ewing. Jose Becerra, Dayron Blanes on cameras tonight.
One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the second. Swing and a miss. This one gets away from Alvarez, running down to first and beating the throw from Alvarez is going to be Brooklyn Taylor. It's a strikeout, but Taylor will be down at first.
They're going to send a courtesy runner on for her. Let's see who they're going to put on. Could be Kendra Stram that they're sending on.
The second strikeout for Thibodeau. And Marina Bourgeois comes to the plate. Hard to believe she's a senior. Seems like just yesterday was a freshman. Right-handed batter. Looks at the first pitch from Thibodeau across for a strike, about knee-high.
No, that's actually maybe Bella Elliott over there that stepped on for Brooklyn Taylor.
There's 1 out in the top of the second inning. No score. Runner at first is Bella Elliott. And this pitch is bunted at But she pulls it back, and it's a ball. Thibodeau looking over to her dugout, as is the third baseman, Vargas. That's Jessie Fain at first.
Oh, Jessie Fain. I was 0 for 3 on that.
1-1. That pitch almost hitting Bourgeois as she bends out of the way. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Good eyes, Ross. That's why you call the game play-by-play, and I just look pretty over here.
Dumb luck.
Well, they say better be lucky than good.
The 2-1. Swing and a miss. And Evans County, 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out in the top of the second inning. There is no score. Calallen and Liberty, third straight year, meeting 4th overall in the state tournament. This is the earliest they have met. This is the 2-2. Swing and a miss, and a strikeout for Thibodeau. Her third. Liberty faced Calallen in 2021 in the state championship game and won that game. Had a 2-hour weather delay. That was the one with the dancing usher. The first pitch to Hewitt is away for a ball, the lefty.
Yeah, Hewitt's been doing a bunch more getting to hit in that designated player spot as of late. The lone sort of left-handed slap hitter that Liberty has.
The 1-0 slaps this one down the right side, or excuse me, the left side, but is foul. Left, right, who knows?
Don't make me start drawing. Don't make me start drawing on the screen.
Gonna need it. Center fielder Butcher playing in at the big L in shallow center field, the Lobo L. Runner at first with 2 outs, a 1-1 count to Hewitt, the lefty. Here it comes. That pitch is low and away. Nice job by Alvarez to hold on to it and to keep Fain at first base. Fain, the courtesy runner for Brooklyn Taylor. Taylor struck out, but reached on a drop third strike. It's the courtesy runner. Hewitt ready for the 2-1. Again, slices this foul into the screen along the left side. There, I got it right that time. That's 1. That should count for something.
You should not have acknowledged that, Ross.
Hewitt, left-handed batter, stands in. Bright orange bow coming out from underneath her black helmet. The 2-2. Swing and a miss as Thibodeau takes something off of it, and that'll do it for Liberty in the top of the second inning. Inning and a half in the books. No score. Liberty leaves 1.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Lady Panther softball on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. After 1.5 innings of action, it's all tied up at 0s. Liberty leaves 1 stranded as we head into the bottom of the second. Ross?
John Portier passes on a pretty little tidbit here. This is the first time Liberty and Calallen are facing off in a series. The 3 meetings before this were all one and done in the championship game. But because of the new playoff format, the state semifinal now not being played at the University of Texas, and it's the purview of the 2 teams whether to play 1 game or a series. Both coaches wanted a series, and here we are. Bottom of the second inning, no score. Leading it off for Calallen is Caden Trevino. Trevino, the right fielder. The left-hander looks at the first pitch high for a ball.
Xerax, Pentalion, and Vickers all playing a little more shallow.
Black batting gloves with a tan palm. Black bat with some red accents. The 1-0. That is across for a strike to even the count at 1-1. No score. Bottom of the second inning.
Yeah, Calallen has several left-handed hitters in their lineup, but I think they only have one slap hitter. This not being the one.
Wide stance. The 1-1. Swing and a miss at a pitch that was running inside and high. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody out in the bottom of the second inning. State semifinal game. Best of 3 series. The 1-2. And that one just misses. Joe, you said it earlier in the top of the first inning, that outside strike. Thibodeau not getting that outside strike. And Taylor very consistent here. The 2-2. Swing and a miss as she dials up the velocity. Puts that one above the belt. And that is the first out of the bottom of the second inning. Third strikeout for Brooklyn Taylor. All 3 coming via the swing. Taylor will not get 3 no-hitters in a row. Here's the first pitch to Jordan Thibodeau, and it's a ball. Had no hitters in her last 2 games, but giving up a single to right field in the bottom of the first inning. The 1-0. And that one is across. Thibodeau thought about swinging, held up, and the count is even at 1. 3 1s across the scoreboard at Lehman Park, Lehman Field, however you want to pronounce it. The 1-1. And a nice pitch by Taylor as she comes in on the inner third of the plate. About the knees, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to her counterpart today in the circle, Jordan Thibodeau. And as I said, future teammate at McNeese. The 1-2. That pitch is high. Rolls down to Bourgeois' glove, and she catches it with her bare hand.
It's almost like she did that on purpose. I don't know if she did, but
no, it's very, very nice.
Very smooth. Smooth.
The 2-2. Strike 3, and looking. And Thibodeau set down on strikes, froze her. 4th strikeout, first looking for Brooklyn Taylor, and there's 2 away in the bottom of the second inning.
Well, Panther fans, no matter what happens on this series, graduation is next Friday, and next Friday happens to be the state championship game. So if the Lady Panthers happen to make it, Ross Norwood would be by himself.
First pitch misses.
And I mean next week, Friday.
Well, a long way to go before that could be issue. We're in game 1, bottom of the second inning, no score, 2 away. And Calallen at bat. Vargas takes a big rip there. Squares the count at 1. 2 outs, nobody on. One thing I've noticed, Joe, this year are the batting gloves. They have a lot more color in them. The 1-1. Swing it is. Took something off of that. Outside. And solicited and got the swing. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. Here in Kyle, Texas. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that'll retire the side. She sets down the side via the strikeout. We are through 2, still no score.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Lady Panther softball on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. 2 innings away, and it is still tied up at zeros. We knew this was going to be a dogfight from the get-go. Both of these teams representing the last 4 state champions in 4A, and nothing was going to be easy for either one of them. And so far, we're getting the pitcher's duel that we thought we would get, Ross.
Yeah, 2 very talented pitchers. The wind tonight is really blowing here. It's blowing out to right. Looking at the flag, which is just to the left of the scoreboard in right center field. And it is, can I say straight across?
You can say whatever you want. I'm here for you.
It's parallel with the ground. The bottom.
Right, I got you.
I'm going to stop. I cannot think of the word that I want.
Well, okay.
So for Liberty in this top of the 3rd inning, it'll be Mia Minifield, and then back to the top of the order, Kylie Bishop and Brianna Pantalion. Minifield, the freshman, stands in on the left side, and the first pitch is off the plate to Minifield. Minifield, a neon green bow coming out from under her black helmet, white batting gloves. Stands with her back foot just off the back line of the left-handed batter's box. The 1-0. That's across for a strike. And with 1 ball and 1 strike, Minifield with her toes just on the sideline of the batter's box, crowding the plate. The 1-1. Nice pitch by Thibodeau, but a little high. And it's 2 balls and a strike. Good crowd on hand for both teams. These 2 teams are accustomed to playing this late in May. The 2-1. That's outside. Minifield plays off. 3 balls and a strike, nobody out in the top of the 3rd inning, and no score. Liberty and Calallen. State semifinal, best 2 out of 3. 3-1. Minifield looks at ball 4 away. No, says the umpire, says it caught the outside corner.
Well,
so Minifield has to grab her bat.
She tried to sell it.
It was a nice pitch by Thibodeau.
It's a pretty late strike call, though. Don't begrudge him, but that was kind of late.
Beautiful pitch. Here's the 3-2. And that's ball 4. And a leadoff walk for Liberty. It is their 2nd base or 3rd base runner. They have had a base runner now in every inning. This is the first time they've had one on with nobody out. And we go back to the top of the order and Kylie Bishop.
Vargas halfway down the 3rd baseline, and Bailey about halfway down as well.
Yeah. The first pitch to Kylie Bishop is away for a ball. Yeah, both looking and ready to crash in here at the corners. Outfield playing at regular depth and straight up. Lots of room along the line in the outfield. The 1-0. Bishop starts her swing but holds up as that pitch is up and out of the zone. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Alvarez goes out to talk to her pitcher.
Just going to get her calmed down a little bit. Thibodeau, a very, very good pitcher for the Lady Cats. Just calm her down a bit. This is the first spot of trouble that she's been in.
2 balls, no strikes, nobody out. Kylie Bishop at the plate and Mia Minifield at first base after a walk. She brings the 2-0. Starts her swing. They'll appeal down to third, excuse me. That's the other first. Heads palms down.
Yeah, your government first is what you were looking for. Thibodeau's got a really beautiful drop ball over there.
Yeah, she's shown it a few times. The 3-0. This ball is way outside and low, and so Liberty has their first 2 runners on, first 2 batters on. And it is 2 walks. Third issued by Thibodeau. And Brianna Pantalion will come to plate. Minifield moves down to second base. Pantalion chopped out to Meter at shortstop in the first inning. No score. Runners at first and second for Liberty. Nobody out. And the first pitch to Pantalion is across for a strike.
Just a nice spot. And probably a good decision from Breezy to lay off of that one. Higher in the strike zone. Still a strike, but higher in the zone.
Thibodeau playing with the softball as she comes back into the circle. Leans in, rocks back, and delivers the 0-1. Pantalion starts her bunt. This pitch moves inside for a ball. She is able to pull it back. Vargas crashing in at third, anticipating that bunt. Entire infield shifts to look over to the dugout. Vargas and Meter on the left side look out to the outfield and give some signs. Here's the 1-1. Vargas crashing in, big rip from Pantalion, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Nobody out. Top of the third, runners at first and second. Minifield at second, Bishop at first base. They're both with walks. Vargas drops back at third. The 1-2. Foul straight back and out of play over towards the baseball field, which is behind us off to our right. Pantalion jumps back in. The scoreboard says 0-1, but we believe
I think it's 1-2.
it is. Pantalion lifts this ball out into right center field. It's going to get down in the gap. It is against the wall. Being waved home is Mia Minifield. Here comes the throw. It is cut off by Lopez, and it is 1-0 Liberty in the top of the third inning. I was not sure if that ball was going to hang up long enough. And a RBI double for Brianna Pantalion, and still nobody out in a 1-0 Liberty lead.
I just realized I had 12 on the score. I've been sitting here this whole time with the scoreboard wrong, Ross. Why didn't you tell me it was wrong?
Well, I can't see it.
Well, okay, I'll give you that one.
That's too far from me. So with nobody out, Bailey Taylor is at the plate. The righty walked in her first appearance, and this one almost hits her. Gets away from Alvarez, sliding in head first. Safely ahead of the throw from Alvarez is Bishop for the second run from Liberty.
Yeah, Alvarez.
And Pantalion into third.
Normally very, very sure-handed behind the plate right there. Good heads-up play going home.
2 runs in, still nobody out. Runner at third, Brianna Pantalion. Here comes the 1-0 to Taylor. That one is high above the belt. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Sun shining down bright on this Wednesday evening. Was down on the field before the game, and it is quite a bit warmer. The 2-0. That's in for a strike. A nice pitch by Thibodeau on that inner third. And it's 2 balls and a strike to the slugger, Bailey Taylor. Co-player of the game with her sister in last week's win against LCM. The 2-1. This ball is lifted out into left. The left fielder making her way over towards center makes the catch, and tagging is Brianna Pantalion, and it is 3-0 Liberty. And there is 1 away, nobody on. Top of the third inning.
Good hitters hit, Ross, and better hitters put people in position to score, and that's what Bailey did right there. Nice job from her driving in that run.
She actually picks up 2 there because she was at the plate when that runner scored, and a big swing for Abby Key. She bounced to third in the first. She comes up one away in the top of the third inning. 3 runs across for Liberty in game 1 of the best of 3. Thibodeau rocks back and brings it. Oh, it was a close pitch. She's not missing by much, and it's a ball and a strike. The 1-1. This one getting in on her hands, and she just fisted off to the left side. Almost an emergency hack. Beautiful facility here in Kyle. She said the baseball and softball complex new. They're still working on some areas beyond the field. The 1-2. Fouled off into the screen. Caught on the carom by Alvarez. 3 runs across for Liberty. Inning started with 2 walks. Both of those came in to score. Minifield scoring on the double from Pantalian, and Bishop scoring on a pass ball. And Pantalian scored on a sacrifice fly by Bailey Taylor. That has been the 3 runs in this inning. 1 away. The 1-2 to Abby Key. She reaches for it. Drop, third strike. Alvarez quickly gets it down to first, and that is the second out. It'll be a 2-3 putout on the strikeout. And it is the 5th strikeout for Thibodeau. So Abby Vickers, the senior right fielder for Liberty. Stands upright in the right-handed batter's box and looks at the first pitch from Thibodeau for a strike. There may be fog. I'm hearing a foghorn. The 0-1. That one's high. Evens counted. 1-1. 3 runs across in the top of the third inning. 2 away. Nobody on for Liberty. Liberty and Calallen's game 1 of the state semifinal. And the pitch. Starts her swing. Does she hold up? The home plate umpire says no, and I may have heard a little ting there. She may have cut a piece of it.
Well, Ross, Lord knows I can't see. I'm not even going to pretend that I can hear. I'm just, I'm here. This is your world. I'm playing in it, son. If you heard it, I'm with you.
Line leading the blind. 1-2. Stays alive by fouling this into the screen. Top of the third inning. 3 runs across for Liberty. A little factoid I'll share later. Next inning. 1-2. Vickers reaches and behind this one and fouls it off the right side over the bullpen beyond the Liberty dugout on the first base side. Stays alive. Lehman High School, built in 2004, part of Hayes Consolidated in CISD. That's what it means. You don't see that very much, the Consolidated. The 1-2. Nice pitch, but goes low, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Named after Ted Lehman, who was the school board president for Hayes Consolidated from 67 to 79. And donated a parcel of the land where the school sits. The 2-2. Reaches down and golfs this one out into left field. The left fielder, Leal, drops back on it, makes the catch for the third out of the inning, but Liberty puts 3 across. They leave none. Middle of the third, 3-0 Liberty.
Good afternoon, Panther Nation. You are watching Lady Panther softball on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. After 2.5, Liberty gets on the board, and they lead Calallen 3 runs to none. A couple of walks, and then a hit, and a double, and no double. Was it hit, a double, and then a sac fly. And that's the damage that they dealt in the top of the third inning. Moving to the bottom of the third, Calallen looking to strike back, Ross.
For Calallen in their half of the third inning, it'll be Lopez, Leal, and Bailey, so 8, 9, and 1. Little meeting in the circle, breaks up. Everybody goes back to their positions in the infield. Outfield's conference breaks up as well. 4 umpires tonight. The second base umpire is back deep on the grass in the outfield. And the first pitch from Brooklyn Taylor is high. And Kaylee Lopez is ahead in the count. 1 ball, no strikes, nobody out. Bottom of the third. 3-0 Liberty in game 1 of the state semifinal. And the pitch rears up and comes up empty. And it evens the count at 1-1. Shadows creeping in beyond over the right field line. The 1-1. Pitch away, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Liberty scoring 3 runs in the top half of the inning. 2 walks, a hit, and a sac fly. The 2-1. And that one is high, and a 3-1 count. Kaylee Lopez. Leal is on deck. Here comes that 3-1. And that one misses high. And it's ball 4. And the leadoff batter reaches on the walk.
Calallen trying to get started the same way Liberty got started in the top of the inning.
Leal gets down low in the box on the left side and looks at strike 1. She had squared to bunt. She's got pink batting gloves, white accents, pink bat tape, and white and maybe a Carolina blue bat. Holds it just above her shoulder, the 0-1. Stabs at it. Comes up empty, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. The wheel play on for Liberty.
Yeah,
Bailey Taylor crashing in at third.
Yeah, everybody's playing shallow outfield way in anticipation of Marina potentially having to throw down to second.
The 0-2. Tries to slap this one, but slaps it foul, was late, and sends it off the left side into the screen. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. And a strikeout for Taylor, the first out of the inning. Lopez stays at first. That is the 6th strikeout for Brooklyn Taylor in this one through 2 1/3. 1 away. 3-0 Liberty. Flip back over to the top of the order, and Braylon Bailey. Bailey, the lefty, struck out in her first at bat. And looks at ball 1 here. Minifield even with the bag at first, maybe a little bit in front. Taylor at third, playing just behind the bag and off the line. The 1-0. Squares the bunt. Foul. Even count at 1. We have 1 out in the bottom of the third inning. From our vantage point, Joe, it looks like a very pleasant evening.
It feels pretty pleasant. We've got an air-conditioned booth. There's wind outside at least.
1-1. That one is high for a ball.
It's definitely not like the other night when we were sitting on top of the trailer and it was not what you might call pleasant.
The best weather we've had was that Bullard game, the 2-1. Misses away. And it's 3 balls and a strike. Second time in this inning that Taylor has fallen behind. A batter 3-1.
Bourgeois going to step out to the circle to talk to the senior thrower and just kind of calm her down a little bit. It's not super, super hot, but it is on the turf, and so it's a good deal warmer on that turf than it is everywhere else.
Yeah, 20 to 40 degrees is what they say.
Now, I would say it probably is a little cooler here because the outfield is not contained the way other outfields are.
Here comes that 3-1. Misses inside. And 2 runners on, 1 away. Both via the walk. Second walk issued by Taylor.
By contained, I mean the outfield mostly, except for that middle section that has the metal part, is a chain link fence, so it's easier for the wind to get in on the turf. Dangerous spot for the Lady Panthers. First time there has been a bit of danger.
First and second, 1 away, and Kylie Butcher, the center fielder, steps in. So with all the colorful batting gloves, she goes sans batting gloves. Squares the bunt, pulls it back, that pitch high. Quickly looking down to third is Bourgeois. She comes out of her crouch. But Lopez stays at second. Better move her over to second in my book. Otherwise, there's 2 on first. Taylor playing way in at third. The 1-0. This ball is hit past Taylor at third to Kylie Bishop. Sidearm sling over to Menafield at first to get the out, and there are 2 away. Runners now at second and third as they advance on the ground out. That ball not hit very hard.
It's a good solid play from Kylie to get that ball and make the easy out at first. But still a difficult situation for the Lady Panthers with 2 runners in scoring position.
Metter, the batter for Calallen, has a hit. As she looks at the first pitch from Brooklyn Taylor for a strike, she flared one out to right field with 2 outs in the first inning, and she was stranded at first. Runners at second and third for Calallen. They trail 3-0 in the bottom of the third inning. 2 outs. Here's the 0-1. Nice job by Bourgeois. Has to go down on her right knee to keep Lopez at third. The 1-1. This ball slammed. Nice backhanded stab by Taylor at third, on to first, and that'll retire the side. They strand 2. And we are through 3. It is 3-0 Liberty.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Lady Panther softball on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. After 3 innings of action, Liberty leads Calallen 3-0 heading into the top of the 4th. And Calallen dangerous in the bottom of the 3rd. Runners in scoring position, but not able to put anything across. A beautiful backhanded stab from Bailey Taylor. And she picks up that hard shot, throws it across the diamond for the 3rd out to prevent a Calallen run. And that's where we stand heading into the top of the 4th inning, Ross.
Guess I should flip the book over, see who's up. It's going to be Brooklyn Taylor, Marina Bourgeois, and Kaylin Hewitt due up for Liberty. All 3 in their only plate appearance in the 2nd struck out. And we are just about ready to get underway. in Kyle, Texas. I didn't realize, Joe, until I was looking last night, it's about a town of 50,000.
Wow, that's pretty big. It's a lot bigger than I
Yeah, it
thought.
was founded in 1880. Here's the first pitch to Taylor. And it is a ball. Two powerhouse pitchers squaring off in this one. Thibodeau for Calallen and Brooklyn Taylor for Liberty. The 1-0 from Thibodeau. Taylor behind on that one, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Top of the 4th inning, 3-0 Liberty. The 1-1 from Thibodeau to Taylor. Taylor looks at that one high, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Liberty getting there. 3 runs in the top of the 3rd inning. 2 walks, a double, sacrifice fly, and a pass ball. A lot going on in that 3rd, the 2-1. And that one misses low. Taylor, who struck out in the 2nd, reached on a drop 3rd strike. The 3-1. Big cut at that one, and we'll have a full count. Nobody out in the top of the 4th inning. 3-0 Liberty. State semifinal game being played at Lehman High School in Kyle, Texas.
And we'll be back in action on Friday, 7 p.m. game start. We'll be live at approximately 6:45 p.m.
3-2. Fouled into the screen. Alvarez turns back, catches it off the carom. Hey, Joe, I'm looking out to right field, and I see our production trailer. It seems to be missing something, though. I think there was a truck attached to it.
Well, there was.
Did you leave the keys in the truck?
We did not.
The 3-2. She serves this one out into shallow left field, just getting over the infield. And a leadoff single for Brooklyn Taylor.
And Mr. Ewing, our producer, turned the trailer over to Brannon, our precocious student director. And he had to go and grab something for the trailer. He'll be back momentarily.
Might have somewhat of a clue of what it is.
Well, if you followed the Panther Sports Network at any point, you know that one of the things that we deal with hadn't popped up, and it finally popped up, so to speak.
Here's the first pitch to Bourgeois. Bourgeois squaring to bunt. And I can't tell if that got away. It did, because Brooklyn Taylor goes into second base. Wasn't sure if it caught the bat. That was a ball. Squaring again. Taylor at second. The 1-0. And this one almost gets Bourgeois, but gets her bat. Even the count at 1-1.
Oh, they're saying that she got a piece of that. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that went away. I'll fix that.
Runner at second. Squares the bunt, gets the bunt down. Nice bunt. Right there is Vargas, who quickly gets it over to first to retire Bourgeois for the first out of the inning. Going into third is the courtesy runner for Brooklyn Taylor. I believe Jesse Fain.
Yeah, that was a nice bunt. But, man, what about that defense? Vargas right there comes up charging and fires across the diamond over to Bailey. Well, actually, no, probably Lopez covering the bag there. But, man, good play from Calallen defensively.
Be a 5-3 sacrifice. It's Jesse Fain to third. Here is the first pitch to Kaylin Hewitt. It is a ball. Hewitt, the lefty, gets a running start. That left-handed batter's box. He's had some big moments this year for the Lady Panthers. Runner at third. 1-0. And this ball is hit sharply to the shortstop, Meter. Meter comes home with it and tagged by Alvarez on Fain for the second out of the inning. A fielder's choice for Hewitt. That one was hit a little too sharply.
Well, that was just another bit of heads-up play right there. And you expect that out of two teams that are playing this deep in the playoffs. That's just an easy choice right there.
No hesitation from Metter. Sure-handed shortstop for Calallen. Mia Minifield comes up, 2 outs, a runner on. And the first pitch, a ball. Top of the 4th inning, 3-0 Liberty. Runner at first, Kaylin Hewitt reached on a fielder's choice. The 1-0. That pitch gets away from Alvarez. Going into second is Hewitt. Head first slide towards the outfield side of the bag and is ahead of the tag.
Good jump right there from Hewitt, and nice job staying outside of the base and trying to catch it on that far corner so that she couldn't be hit with that sweep tag.
The 2-0 to Minifield. And that one is catching the corner. A nice pitch by Thibodeau.
Just another great crop of freshmen for Coach Karen Slack to develop. And how about all this experience that they're getting this year so deep in the playoffs?
The 2-1. Takes something off of a little drop ball there. Swings over the top of it and evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. 1 on. 3-0 Liberty in the top of the 4th. State semifinal, best of 3 series, game 1. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. And Thibodeau works around some trouble. Liberty leaves 1. We are through 3.5. 3-0 Liberty.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Lady Panther softball on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. 3.5 gone here in Kyle, Texas, and the Lady Panthers leading the Lady Cats of Calallen 3-0 as we head into the bottom of the 4th inning. Liberty strands one in the top, and Thibodeau and company able to get back square defensively.
Thibodeau, really good pitcher, had a uncharacteristic 3rd inning, but bounced back there, got into a little bit of trouble there, but was able to do what very good pitchers do and tiptoe around it. Adrina Alvarez will be the batter for Calallen. She struck out in the 2nd. First pitch, she's swinging, flares this one foul, and just past the bullpen on the right side. Go Cats Go cheer starting the 0-1, and that misses away. Very nice crowd for Corpus Christi, as well as Liberty. The 1-1. That is a strike. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. Brooklyn Taylor tonight, through 3 innings, has 6 strikeouts. The 1-2. This one again flared down the right side. Not as far out of play as it lands in the Liberty bullpen.
Well, it's not a great time if you're a left-sided player here at this diamond. Sun falling into the west, and sun is right in the 3rd base shortstop.
1-2. Golfs this one. Again flared down the right field line, but foul. Giving chase was Abby Vickers as well as Abby Key, but weren't able to make it as Vickers was playing deep and Key had to come in from second. And that ball did not hang up. You can tell Alvarez trying to go the other way with this, as that is the third foul ball she's had. She's bringing them closer and closer to fair territory. A 1-2 count to Alvarez, the catcher for Corpus Christi. She reaches out and she slugs this one out into left. It is past Fain in Zurax in left against the wall, and it'll be a leadoff double for Alvarez.
Well, she is definitely capable of doing that stuff. And just like I said to you earlier, that sun is deep, and it is going to be tough to see if you're playing in left field or at third or short.
Zurax got over there quickly, but you could tell the sun bothered her. And so after I had said that she was trying to go the other way with it, she pulls one into the gap. First pitch to Trevino is a ball. Alvarez is at second base. The catcher could have a courtesy runner, but does not appear to. And is Alvarez, so runners on the corners for Calallen. It'll be a walk and a stolen base.
And we're going to get our first visit from Coach Slack. She'll step out to the circle and see if she can't calm this down here. Again, second inning in a row that the Calallen Lady Cats have had a dangerous start to the half inning.
Yeah, third walk for Taylor. A very aggressive running by Alvarez over at second, making her way to third.
Yeah, as soon as she saw that ball was going to be low and that Bourgeois was going to have trouble with it, she took off, and that's what you want. That's just great base running.
Nobody out. Bottom of the fourth inning, 3-0 Liberty. Runners at the corners. Jordan Thibodeau, the batter. She'll try to help out her own cause. The tall righty, no batting gloves. Adjust her face mask. Holds the bat up, and the first pitch is high. 1 ball, no strikes. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Taylor in a bit of a jam. 1-0. Squares the bunt, and that is across for a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Wind blowing out to left, or excuse me, to right. I was looking to my left. It looks like there's some kind of a fun day going on in the football field. 1-1. This one popped high but out of play. Straight back. There's one of those inflatable slides and almost like an inflatable obstacle course over beyond left field in the football field here at Lehman. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Runners. So Liberty with their leadoff runner aboard, leadoff batter, now a runner. And Brianna Pantalion in the first pitch to Pantalion, a nice one at the knees for a strike. No balls and a strike. Bishop is at first base. Defensively, they are playing the corners. Vargas is at third. She's drawn in. The first baseman, Bailey, just even with the bag. The 0-1 to Pantalion. And that one is high for a ball, evens counted 1. 3-0 Liberty in the top of the 5th inning. Liberty getting their 3 runs in the 3rd inning. The 1-1. Big rip upstairs, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Went up the ladder. Thibodeau fires the softball into her glove as she looks into her dugout and out to her wristband. Back on, bends at the waist, rocks back, and brings it. This ball is lined to second. Nice catch by Lopez, who quickly fires and doubles off Kylie Bishop as that ball was hit right at her. And a double play on the line out.
Well, that was a bang-bang play right there. Great job, Lopez, all the way over to Bailey. And Kylie Bishop did exactly what she was
that
supposed to do. Just no
couldn't-
time to get back.
So 2 away that quick. In the snap of a finger. Well, fingers. Hard to snap one. And Taylor, she reaches out and serves this one out into center field, but it is caught by Butcher, who was running in on it. And that'll retire the side. Liberty got a runner on, but unfortunately doubled off. We are through 4.5, 3-0 Liberty.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Lady Panther softball on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. After 4.5, it is 3 runs Liberty, 0 runs Calallen. And I want to apologize. We're having some buffering issues a moment ago. Should have those resolved. You're watching Lady Panther softball. And we are in Kyle, Texas at Lehman High School for Game 1 of the best of 3 state semifinal series, as the Calallen Lady Cats getting ready to head into the bottom of the 5th. Ross?
Yeah, Kyle came about in 1880 as International and Great Northern Railroad built a line from Austin to San Antonio. And it has been growing ever since. Over 50,000 live in Kyle.
It was a nice way to start the inning. A swing, a field, and an out.
Wow. Thanks for letting me know. Sitting here telling stories.
You're trying to get people to move to Kyle, Texas. I'm over here watching a softball game, Ross.
So 1 away. And back to the top of the order. And this ball is hit between first and second and into right field. Why I keep wanting to say that, it is a 1-out single by Bailey. So with 1 out, Kylie Butcher, the center fielder, stands in. Runner goes. Throw down is cut off by Taylor as she got a good jump. But they're going to say she's out, that she left early. And that'll erase that base runner. The first base umpire raising his fist in the air.
Coach Lentz for Calallen, she's going to go out there. She's going to have a chat with the first base umpire. She's definitely not going to agree with that.
It's hard to tell because I was checking her when she left. It was not extremely early if she did leave early. She'll have to chat with the first base umpire. As it stands now, 2 away and nobody on, and that's big if it stands.
Yeah, it's probably not going to be a fun chat.
No, I mean it
is what it is.
It's not a. I mean, it's about as cordial a chat as you can have in a situation like that. She made her case. Did not agree, but comes on back.
Number two, Kylie Butcher.
She knew what she needed to say and said it. And the first base umpire listen. It's more effective that way,
Okay.
even if it didn't work this time.
I'll give you that.
Than ranting and raving. So with 2 away, Butcher's still the batter, and that pitch misses for a ball. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss as this pitch was sliding inside and rising. Not a combination that's fun for the righty. And it's a 1-1 count, says the home plate umpire. 2 away. Here's the pitch. This one is sliced foul. Mia Minifield makes a good effort in foul territory just over her glove.
Yeah,
That pitch was going away from her.
Trying to do her best Supergirl impersonation. I thought she was going to get it there for a second.
Minifield and the first base coach for Calallen having a laugh. The 1-2. And this one is fouled, says the home plate umpire. They'll do the 1-2 again. Nobody on. Bottom of the 5th inning, 3-0 Liberty. Brooklyn Taylor worked around a real jam in the 4th. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. It is a drop third strike. Bourgeois quickly down to first to finish the strikeout 2-3. They get a single. They leave none. Through 5, 3-0 Liberty.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Lady Panther softball on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. After 5 innings of work, Liberty 3, Calallen 0, as we head into the top of the 6th inning. And this has been a pretty good game so far. Both teams with chances on the board. And Liberty so far the one capitalizing, but Calallen has been dangerous. Calallen arriving into this series via the 2-1 series win over Fredericksburg, and Liberty arriving with the run rule over LCM on Friday. Bailey Taylor broke open the game in the 5th inning with a grand slam, and then it seemed like they just couldn't stop scoring, and that's how these two teams find themselves in the state semifinals. Ross?
Oh, you're talking to me.
Hey, you're the only Ross. Well, that's not true. I know a lot of Rosses.
I do too. Here is Abby Key. She leads it off. Key struck out in the 3rd. Looks at ball 1 and grounded out to 3rd. That coming in the 1st inning. She's ahead in the count now, 1-0. Jordan Thibodeau back out there to work. Top of the 6th inning. 3-0 Liberty. The 1-0. This one is tattooed up the middle and into center field for a base hit. That one may have gotten really close to skin as Thibodeau had to protect herself there.
Well, I think had she been Greg Maddox, she still probably wouldn't have been able to do anything to that one. That was bang, bang right back at her. And fortunately, it didn't hit her because that could have really done some damage.
Yeah, it was moving. So Abby Key on first to lead it off for Liberty. And Abby Vickers, it's the Abby section of the batting order for Liberty. Vickers swings at the first pitch. They can still balls at 1 strike. 3-0 Liberty. Abby Key is on deck. Is on first. Abby Vickers is at the plate. And Brooklyn Taylor is on deck. Thibodeau looking at her wristband. Back over. Rocks back, winds the arm. And this one is fanned on, and it is no balls and 2 strikes to Abby Vickers.
Well, it seems like we're running out of time to say Abby Vickers' name. She's a senior. She'll be headed to UT Tyler in the fall to play softball. And, man, she's been around a long time, Ross.
Yeah, 4 years. 0-2, that's usually how it works. This one fouled off into the screen.
Hey, don't hit me with facts.
I mean...
Yeah, these 4 seniors that are on the softball team, it seems like we've been calling their name for a decade. That's how integral that they've been to this Lady Panther run over the course of the last 6 years.
Yeah. Their freshman year, they beat Sweeney for the state championship. The 0-2. This one backs off Vickers, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Abby Key stays put at first base. Bailey, the first baseman, is playing behind the bag. Vargas, the third baseman. We'll see once she gets the signs out to the outfield. She turns her back to the catcher. She's playing about it just in front of the bag at third. Here's the 1-2. Nice pitch by Thibodeau, but Vickers lays off, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. In the top of the 6th inning, and a 3-0 lead in the state semifinal game here in Kyle, Texas. The 2-2. Stays alive, fouling it sharply into the screen. Ross Norwood, Joe Roberts, our entire cast of characters along with you tonight. Wind blowing straight out in right. The 2-2. Swings at this pitch and fouls it. That one was moving up the ladder, and she got a piece of it to keep this bat alive. Vickers has had some big moments as a Lady Panther through the years. Her freshman year, late in the season, pressed into action after 2 Liberty players involved in a car wreck. The 2-2. Swing and a miss as she comes inside and at the knees. And there is 1 away. Nice job by Thibodeau there. For Thibodeau, that is the 6th strikeout. Abby Key stays at first, and Brooklyn Taylor, who singled, and had a courtesy runner get as far as third base. And Taylor looks at the first pitch from Thibodeau for a strike. That all happening in the 4th. We are in the 6th. There's 1 away, 1 on. Liberty, a 3-0 lead. Here's the Thibodeau pitch. And that one misses, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. If you're watching, it looks like a very nice, cool evening here in Kyle. It is not. The 1-1. This ball is sent out into left field. It is going to get down in shallow left for a base hit, and Brooklyn Taylor with her 2nd hit of the night, and it's runners at first and second with only 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. Taylor will leave for the courtesy runner. And now senior Marina Bourgeois. We're also in that. So Fain is the courtesy runner for Taylor. She's at first. Abby Key is at second. Both runners on via the single. The first pitch to Bourgeois, and Bourgeois taking a big cut at it. And is down in the count, no balls and 1 strike. Top of the 6th inning, 3-0 Liberty in the state semifinal game. Best of 3 series. Calallen and Liberty meeting for the 4th time in a state tournament. The 0-1 squares the bunt, gets the bunt down, but foul straight back. And it's quickly 0-2. Bourgeois with that ability to pull it over the wall and left. 1 out, 2 on. Top of the 6th inning, 3-0 Liberty, the 0-2. And she is going to send this one out into left center field, giving chases the left fielder. It's against the wall. Having to hold up was Abby Key, and the bases are loaded as it looked like Leal might be able to get back there, and that is why Abby Key could not score there. She had to wait. That was close to being caught.
Yeah, she did the 100% right thing, and this is a nice spot, no doubt, from Marina Bourgeois. But she just couldn't gamble with that. Real great outfielders for Calallen.
And Bella Elliott will be the courtesy runner for the catcher, Marina Bourgeois. So 2 courtesy runners aboard. At first and second for Taylor, the pitcher, Taylor, Brooklyn. The bases are loaded with one away in the top of the sixth inning. A 3-0 Liberty lead. Infield playing in. And the first pitch is a strike to Hewitt. Hewitt reached on a fielder's choice in the fourth. And she hit one sharply to the shortstop meter. The 0-1. Lays off a nice pitch there for a ball, and it evens the count at 1-1. Abby Key at third. She's singled. Jessie Fain running for Brooklyn Taylor is at second after Taylor singled. And Marina Bourgeois singled and has a courtesy runner, Bella Elliott. The 1-1. And Hewitt tries to slap this one down the left side, and it's foul. As it gets an up-close look at the Calallen dugout. Tension here in Kyle. Thibodeau. One out is ahead in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hewitt ready for the 1-2. That ball is outside, and it is 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Alvarez gave a long look over to Abby Key at third, who had ventured off a little ways, but Vargas almost set Alvarez at third base. That Alvarez graduated last year. Count is even at 2. 1 out, bases loaded, top of the 6th. Here's the 2-2. Nice pitch, dropped in at the bottom of the zone. And Thibodeau 1 out away from getting out of this jam. And that one froze Hewitt. Not much she could do there. She wasn't going to be able to do anything with a pitch there, except maybe roll over on it. So perfectly placed by Thibodeau. It is Thibodeau's 7th strikeout. And Mia Minifield comes up. And the first pitch is across for a strike on the outside third of the plate. Thibodeau likes staying down in the zone and then changing the eye level. Once she's established that, coming back up the ladder with that dessert cart rise ball. Lady Panther on every base. Here's the 0-1 to Minifield. That is strike. Throw down to third. Almost in time. It gets away from Vargas as Abby Key had to go diving back in. Alvarez on her knees, throwing over to third quickly. Nice throw by Alvarez. Minifield down in the count 0-2. Bases are loaded. Top of the 6th inning. 3-0 Liberty. Liberty trying to add to their lead. Here is the 0-2. And that one slides off. There's a lot of 2s here. Now it's 1-2.
Yeah, Alvarez tried to pull that one back in. Veteran catcher maneuver there. Umpire having none of that.
Thibodeau looks over at her dugout, twirls the softball in her right hand. Gets back to the rubber. Wind blowing out. The 1-2. Foul by Minifield. Into the screen, and it's still a ball and 2 strikes, Joe.
Don't trick me, Ross.
2 outs. Runners on every base for Liberty. All 3 reaching via the single. 3-0 Liberty. They scored their 3 runs in the 3rd inning. They would sure like to add some more here. The 1-2. That pitch is a ball, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. 2-2-2 with 3 on. Minifield, the lefty, stands up on the plate, holds the bat right off her shoulder. Here's the 2-2. Minifield, swing and a miss. No, got a piece of it, says the home plate umpire as he throws both hands in the air emphatically. And so Minifield stays alive. Aaron Slack giving Mia some signs down at third. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here is the 2-2. That one slides outside. So from 0-2 to 3-2, the freshman first baseman standing in on that left side. And we have a big decision pitch here, Joe.
Yeah, Thibodeau's going to have to be careful here. Doesn't want to walk one in, but doesn't want to give Minifield anything to hit.
The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and Thibodeau tiptoes on razor blades to get out of that one. She strands, the bases loaded. 5.5 are in the books. It's 3-0 Liberty.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Lady Panther softball on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. 5.5 in the books and headed into the bottom of the sixth. Liberty leads Calallen 3-0 in game one of the best of three state semifinal series here in Kyle, Texas at Lehman softball field. And Calallen running out of time to put some on the board, but still plenty of time, ironically.
These two teams very similar in that ability. They're not out until that final out. Even score doesn't dictate that. Both these teams, it's kind of, if you look at who they've played this year, they've both played quite a few. They played each other early. Liberty going down to the Calallen tournament before district play began. A lot of these girls have played against the other quite a bit. Here's the first pitch. It sails over Bourgeois, and it's 1 ball and no strikes to the leadoff hitter for Calallen, Brooklyn Metter. John Portier passed on. She is going to college to play. At UTSA. So she'll be right up in this area, University of Texas, San Antonio. The 1-1. And that is across for a strike, low in the zone and on the outside third of the plate. American flag rippling straight out in right center field. The 1-2. Outside, Bourgeois has to come snare that one. The 2-2. Staying alive, fouled. Metter, Alvarez, and Trevino due up for Calallen in their half of the sixth inning. They trail 3-0. The 2-2. Slides outside and a full count.
Ross, man, something cool happened to my family today. My nephew, my namesake, Joseph Randolph Roberts IV, graduating from Payson High School in Payson, Utah.
Oh, wow.
Pretty cool thing.
The 3-2. And this ball is going to be sent out of the gap in right center field. Giving chase is Abby Vickers. Metter is around second. She is headed for third. Here comes the throw from Bishop. It is out, says the home plate umpire who was covering third. What a throw from Abby Vickers, and what a throw by the cutoff of Kylie Bishop.
Man, you say good morning, good afternoon, good night. A laser beam to get her. Great hit, great base running, better defense. One away.
And that was a play, Metter taking third base, that everything had to go right and be executed perfectly by Liberty, and they were able to do it. So it'll be a single. We'll get that in a minute. Here is the first pitch, fouled off by Alvarez. It'll be a single a 9-6-5 put out. And the 0-1 misses. Alvarez has flown out to right and doubled to left, spraying it across the field. 1 out, bottom of the 6th inning. She's going to call timeout and step out of the box, take the practice hat, quickly back in. Just the face mask on her helmet, looking out to Taylor, holding that bat just above her shoulder, the 1-1. And she puts a charge in it, but foul. And it is going to hit off the first base dugout of the baseball park along the right side. Beautiful complex here in Kyle, Lehman High School. The 1-2. Again, foul. And do the 1-2 again. 1 out. Fine defensive play by Liberty. Is Metter. Be a double, not a single. Was thrown out at third. The 1-2. Starts her swing. Home plate umpire says she went. Ball gets away from Bourgeois. Bourgeois quickly on it and on to first. And that is the second out of the inning. And heads up there by Bourgeois, who got on it quickly.
Beautiful, beautiful defensive work in this half of the inning. Ross, want to thank everyone that is watching the Panther Sports Network. We went over 2,000 subscribers a week or so ago, so thank you for helping us to do that. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe.
With 2 outs, a big cut there by Trevino with nobody on.
We'll be back in action on Friday, 7 p.m. game time, and we'll be live at approximately 6:45. Be a new link. Make sure you check the Liberty Athletic Booster Club Facebook page.
The 0-1. And it backs Trevino out.
And Marina Bourgeois' mom with a present for Ross Norwood.
Yeah.
She said that ugly green tie you are wearing needs to go.
This ball foul just above the on-deck hitter on the left side. Yeah, no, she had it made.
She shows up with the Panther gold tie and the LP at the bottom
with the Panther paw.
Panther paw. She
yeah,
said,
very nice.
Don't ever wear that nonsense again.
The 1-2. Strike 3, and that'll do it in the 6th inning. As Brooklyn Taylor picks up her 12th strikeout through 6. Liberty with a 3-0 lead.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Lady Panther softball on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. After 6 innings of work, Liberty leads Calallen 3-0. Some fine defensive work in the bottom of the 6th inning. Heart still beating about that, and see if we can get that shot of the tie, Ross. I'm going to hang this out the window.
Yeah. Oh, you've got an open window here. Oh, my mic's now working because Joe turned me on.
There we go. We got the there's
oh,
the
there
tie.
it is.
There's the tie right there.
Yeah. How nice is that?
Yeah, that's beautiful work right there.
and perfect.
So again,
thank you so much.
In case you didn't get the message, don't ever wear that nonsensical tie again. And you've got the correct gear.
I do have the correct gear. So thank you so much.
That was Marina's mom that gave that to you.
So leading it off for Liberty is Kylie Bishop. It's the top third of the order, Bishop, Pantalion, and Taylor. Bishop singled in her last at bat. She has also walked and scored and struck out. We're in the top of the 6th, or top of the 7th. And she puts a charge in this one high but playable to left. coming in is the left fielder, Leal. And she makes the catch for the first out.
Nice play from the left fielder. Out number 1.
One away, top of the 7th. Liberty with a 3-0 lead. They got their 3 runs in the 3rd inning. Pantalian lets this pitch sail inside and by her and to the backstop, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Pantalian today has bounced to short, had an RBI double, came around to score, and she lined into a double play at second. And that one was hit hard liner. 1-0. Nice pitch by Thibodeau. It is a strike. We're offset a little bit from the plate here in the press box. This is a beautiful facility. And imagine my excitement, not that anybody at home cares, but my excitement when I found out we were going to be in an air conditioning.
In an air-conditioned booth. I love it. I love that for you.
The 1-1. And it's a strike. Pantalian had squared the bunt and didn't get it back. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes, 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. Jordan Thibodeau, who's 6 1/3, has given up 3 runs. Rocks back and winds the arm. The 1-2. Perfectly placed by Thibodeau for strike 3 as it freezes Pantalian. And there are 2 away in Liberty's half of the 2nd inning. That is the 9th strikeout for Thibodeau. And that'll bring up Bailey Taylor. Taylor has walked. She had a sacrifice fly. And has 2 RBIs total on. She's got driven in 2 of the 3 runs. And she looks at ball 1 high. The sun setting here in Kyle. The bubbles from the stands floating away in this windy Wednesday night. The 1-0. This ball is sent out into right field. The right fielder giving chase, makes the catch. Trevino at the line. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. A 1-2-3. 7th. There's 3 outs to go. And Calallen needs 3 runs. We're back after this.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Lady Panther Softball on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. Joe Roberts, Ross Norwood, producer Richard Ewing. Moving into the bottom of the 7th inning, and Calallen trailing Liberty 3-0. And they are down to their final 3 outs. They need 3 to get this carried on.
Thibodeau, Vargas, and Lopez. And Thibodeau sends his first one out into center field. Pantalian having to back up and catches it in front of the tall wall for the first out of the inning as Thibodeau put a charge in that.
Next up, number 34, Kiana Vargas.
And Vargas will come to the plate. She has struck out swinging in both of her plate appearances. On the evening, Brooklyn Taylor has 12 strikeouts. And the first pitch to Vargas is high for a ball. 3-0 Liberty. Liberty getting their 3 runs in the 3rd inning. The 1-0. That's across for a strike. Keeping the count at 1-1. These two teams extremely familiar with each other. Third year in a row they're facing. 1-1. Sliced foul. Off the right side and out of play. Met first time in 21 in the state championship game, and Liberty came out on top of that one. And then the last 2 years, Calallen has prevailed in the state championship game. The 1-2. Outside. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bottom of the 7th inning, 1 away, 3. Beautiful Lehman High School, the Lobos. Here's the 2-2. Almost getting her. And it's a full count. To Vargas. New softball comes into play as Taylor tosses the old one back. Umpire secured it in his softball bag. The 3-2. And this one is sent foul out of play over by the batting cages along the right side. And they'll do the 3-2 again. Nobody on, 1 away. Liberty with a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the 7th inning. Game 1 of the state semifinal. See Dusty McGee down there. Liberty ISD superintendent. And this one fouled off into the screen. About 3 hours and 26 minutes to get here from Liberty. GPS wanted us to go I-10. Local knowledge told me that there was some construction on I-10 that's backed things up. Suggested the Grand Parkway, and of course there ended up being construction on the Grand Parkway.
Hey, sometimes you just can't win, and you lost today, but that's okay.
I did warn Richie that I was the same guy that wanted to sit on the first base side in Navasota. 3-2. This ball is hit not very sharply on a hop. Bishop fields it, running towards second. Sidearm for the out, and Calallen down to their final out. Yeah, that first year we were in Navasota, and I almost died.
Yep. That was your that was definitely your suggestion.
Y'all wanted to sit in the shade. I said, no, this will be a better angle.
You did, and that was when you lost speaking privileges.
It's also when I almost died at the table. Here is the pitch. And Taylor jumps ahead of Lopez. Calallen down to their final out in game 1. They trail Liberty 3-0 in the state semifinal. 0-1. And that one misses. Nice pitch by Taylor, but a little low. And the count is even at 1. Calallen has had their chances. The 1-1. This one fouled off the end of the bat into the screen. And Calallen down to their last strike is Haley Lopez. She has walked and struck out in her 2 plate appearances. Liberty fans on their feet. See Randy Michi up right in front of us in memory. Here's the 1-2. High for a ball, evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The sun setting here in Kyle. The 2-2. Stays alive, just getting a piece of it. Still a lot of tension. Calallen, like Liberty, can light a spark quickly. Even with 2 outs, the 2-2. That pitch misses. A nice at bat by Lopez, fell down in the count, and is now 3 ball and 2 strike count with 2 outs and nobody on. Calallen trails Liberty 3-0 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Timeout called by the first base umpire. And it looks like something got loose.
Yep.
And we will break the tension there, and we'll build it back up again. The 3-2. Swing and a miss, and Liberty takes game 1 of the state semifinal against Calallen, 3-0.
Well,
that is a big one.
Ross, let's give some flowers where they're due with that punch out. Brooklyn Taylor, 800 career strikeouts. And what a better way to get her 800th than on the final out of game number 1, Ross.
That was 13 strikeouts for Brooklyn Taylor in this one to go along with, I believe, 3 walks. Excuse me. There were 3 walks. And this game broke a little streak, Joe, that the 3 previous times that Calallen and Liberty faced off in the state final, the team that scored first lost. And so Liberty breaks that as they scored 3 in the 3rd inning, and they shut out Calallen, a very good offensive team, to take a 1-0 lead in the state semifinal. And a day off tomorrow for these 2 teams to rest, and back at it here in Kyle on Friday night at 7 o'clock. If you can make it, come join us. If you can't, you can always join us on YouTube. Joe, thoughts real quick?
Make sure you check out the Liberty Athletic Booster Club Facebook page for the link for Friday's game. We'll be live at 6:45. Any of our friends from Corpus Christi, you can find that on Facebook. I thought this was a great pitcher's duel tonight. Jordan Thibodeau with a whole bunch of strikeouts.
Yeah, and she worked around a jam of jams as Brooklyn Taylor worked out of a jam earlier in the game.
And I expect another tight ball game on Friday. Both of these teams fighting for the opportunity to play for the state championship next Friday at the University of Texas softball field. Ross, take us out of here.
All right, well, Liberty, your happy final, 3-0 in a 1-0 lead in the state semifinal. Off day tomorrow, back Friday at 7 o'clock. For Joe Roberts, Richard Ewing, our entire cast of characters, I'm Ross Norwood. Enjoy your evening.